Okay, back to our Kingdom Hearts talk.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
The official Kingdom Hearts podcast.
I thought we were the
yeah.
official Kissing Booth podcast.
I would rather be that, so let's be that instead.
We
Okay.
double dip sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I had to
You mean all the
choose,
time?
yeah, if I had to choose Kissing Booth, Kingdom Hearts, it's Kissing Booth every time. I'm sorry, that's just the
Yeah.
greatest film franchise or a game I'm not crazy about. I
Um,
made my choice.
we know you always make your choice, Sean.
Yeah,
Okay, now it's time to talk about Kanye.
yeah.
Why?
Have you guys heard what's been happening with Kanye in the news recently?
I have not.
I guess we
Um,
should call him Ye now because he uh, he tried to officially change his name legally to Ye,
Oh,
which kind of perplexes me because his he didn't change his stage name to Ye. So
yeah,
why?
his real life name.
Well, yeah, why would he change his real like? And like nobody's gonna call him that
I am
except maybe like his, people closest to him.
like me.
Yeah, yeah. You're
Uh,
you're Kanye's best friend. But
yeah.
that's not it. Have you guys seen? Okay, this one you're gonna. I'll have to provide a visual in the Discord for this one.
Okay.
Have you seen Kanye's new haircut?
I have not, but I'm gonna imagine
It
it's.
is objectively the worst thing I've ever seen. Um, let me see if I can find a picture of it. I looked it up and I can't find a picture. Um, so let me. Here we go. He posted it on his Instagram,
Oh God.
and I'll just send that. It's pretty horrific. Like I don't know who he let you know near his hair for this. It's really bad.
It's like
Uh,
morbid.
what?
It's morbid.
Yeah, that would
Those
be
are
the
good
term I would
pictures.
use. Here, I'm sending it now.
I'm waiting in bated breath. Oh
Oh
my
my
God.
goodness.
It's like it's all over the place. Like I don't
Whoa.
know. I feel like he like sometimes he'll get cool, interesting haircut designs that are different, but this just looks like somebody like he looks like he's sick, you know?
Is his head on backwards?
No, he's just wearing that shirt really weirdly. I don't know. I thought
And the
that too at
chain.
first. I was like,
Yeah.
but that
I,
is what his hair actually looks like.
I
It's not
love,
an edit. That's not an edited photo.
I love this photo has 1.8 million likes, and you have liked it, Andrew.
Of course, I've liked it. Uh, also, is that the yen symbol that he posted as the caption?
Yeah,
That little Y with the two. That's the yen symbol, isn't it?
yeah. So maybe Kenya or what was the song? The oh, help me. Junya Watanabe.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
Maybe he's in with Junya. You never
yeah.
know. You never know
Maybe.
these days.
But okay, and here's where it gets even crazier. All right, you guys.
Going down the rabbit hole. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, it's strange um because normally Kanye does this kind of stuff when he's like about to drop an album, but he's already dropped the album, so he's like still doing weird things.
Yeah.
It's a little bizarre.
Maybe he's gonna drop another album.
Is that a mannequin?
No, he put on a mask.
What?
It looks like a mannequin though, and
Oh,
he's meeting with Trump's former lawyer, Michael Cohen. Isn't that strange? So
yeah.
for for the audio listeners, Kanye's got on a like a mannequin looking mask with a hat, and then he's wearing like hangover sunglasses, like it's Weekend at Bernie's.
Andrew, there's like two people who listen to this podcast who know Weekend at Bernie's. We're old.
I've never even watched that movie.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
just know the reference.
This is what
But yeah,
happens.
very strange. He looks like he's trying to be inconspicuous. Like it
Nobody
looks
will.
like something from a comedy movie where like someone's trying to be inconspicuous, but really they're drawing more attention to themselves they would normally be.
Maybe
You know?
that's what it is. It's a film set. And
Yeah, you
he's-
think?
he's starring.
Kanye's getting into acting now.
Yeah. Yeah. This is that's why Kanye, gotta love him, but you gotta also just wonder what's going on in that cranium.
Yeah.
Cause good lord. Is he's doing almost as much crazy stuff as the Queen these days.
Not
What is the Queen doing?
Just living still.
That is pretty crazy when you're 90 something years old.
Yeah. Um no new music or anything though, just
No, that's what. Well, that's why I feel like maybe he'll do something like, you know, announce Donda 2 or something. You know,
yeah, the sequel that we've all been waiting for.
because he only does this stuff when he's about to drop an album
Maybe he's just
or drop
completely
music.
and finally dropped off the deep end. And now he's just
Maybe
gone. I don't know. It seems like
now he's Donda.
he's Gonda, yeah. It seems like he could have avoided any and all backlash if he had just avoided or just released Yandi. I'm
He would
just
probably still, yeah, he would probably still be as like highly considered as he was before. You know.
yeah, the leaks for it were all so good. I don't know why. Whatever. Whatever. Sometimes you got to take a risk and you got to make Donda chant. All right? And have that be the opener to your album without any explanation. All of your audience who only likes the popular songs tuning in to listen to a minute and a half song that just goes Donda, 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 Donda. You gotta explain that. I know you said it's about like the heartbeat, but you
Nobody
gotta
knows that.
explain.
Yeah.
You gotta explain. Like
You don't have to explain art, Sean.
that's
What's
true.
what's the point of art if not for your own interpretation?
Well, it's to satisfy me and myself only.
Yeah.
That's the point.
Well, since you didn't understand it, that just means you're stupid.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, you're stupid.
Yeah. Damn. I wasn't expecting a turn like this. I feel
Stupid.
attacked.
Oh.
You feel stupid.
Yeah. Damn. Andrew's.
You just don't understand Kanye's genius.
I don't. I wish I did. Clearly. He's got it figured out. At least in some capacity. The man is always in the news. Like, all press is good press. So,
Yeah.
he's got it figured out. He's got that terrible haircut going on. The worst part is this is probably like a designer haircut.
Yeah, I was wondering how much he paid for that, you know?
God damn.
Like,
Can you
sure.
imagine? Just I'd do like the Danny DeVito and like pretend to be some art dude and then just be like, Kanye, I'll charge you $1 million for this haircut. And he'd be like, oh yeah. And then I just completely butcher it. And he's just like, this is ooh. I've never seen anything like this.
Masterpiece.
It's like good lord. Good lord, Kanye. Maybe Kim wasn't the crazy one. Maybe Kim got up just in time.
I think they're back together, though.
Are they really?
Well, it's really hard to keep up with it because, you know, they divorced or whatever, and then they, like, got remarried at his show. Like,
Oh.
when he was doing the live shows for Donda. Or not the live show, like the listening
Yeah.
parties or whatever.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought that was Ray J.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought I was waiting for a reaction to that, but whatever. That took forever. I thought that was.
I had to think about it. I was like, Ray J. Oh, yeah.
Shout out to Ray J. Do you know Ray J is younger than Kanye?
That's kind of weird to think
Isn't it
about.
weird? Because like Ray J seems like he'd be way.
From a different era.
Yeah. I like his
I think,
album.
well, Kanye was like I mean, he wasn't old by the time he got famous, but like like I feel like most musicians kind of
Yeah,
break through a little earlier. Because he kind of did his thing as a producer first, so he was more in the background for a while.
he kind of broke out in his like late 20s, 30s.
Yeah, same with like Eminem, which is weird to think about. Like by the time he was famous, he was already like 30.
Eminem.
Yeah.
Yeah, which let's discuss the Venom 2 soundtrack, one of the greatest
Oh God.
soundtracks.
Jeez.
I think he's just featuring on the Venom 2 song. It's
Yeah.
like Skylar Grey featuring
Mhm.
somebody, which Skylar Grey uh, is famous for being in Eminem songs,
Yeah.
and that's it. I think. Um,
Why does he like her so much as like a singer?
you
She's
gotta,
so like mediocre.
hey, you take that back. I was gonna say she's got a very, very standard voice, but you know, that's what Eminem looks for. That's what Eminem needs in a singer. He needs
Why do you
something
keep calling him Eminem?
because that's what he's going by. Kanye changed to Ye or Yee. What does he call himself? Yee or Ye?
Oh my God, that Kanye video you sent.
Yeah, it was I don't know what
Teriyaki
interview
Boys.
it's from. Shout out to shout out to the Teriyaki Boys. For those who don't know, you do remember the Fast and Furious song, Tokyo Drift? That's
Yeah,
the
yeah,
Teriyaki Boys are the one who did that song. So
yeah. I think that Kanye like worked with them.
yeah. Yeah, Yoroshiku Des. I love the way he's trying his best. He's given a hell of a lot more effort than most people do, and it's less awkward than when uh, what's the Harry Potter boy's name? Daniel.
Right.
Daniel Radcliffe.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Daniel
Daniel
Radcliffe.
Radcliffe.
I was gonna say Daniel Craig as well. Um, but when like at the height of Harry Potter, there's like videos of when Daniel Radcliffe went to Japan to like promote Harry Potter, and it's so awkward and like embarrassing.
Oh really?
They just like freak out over him, and they're like touching him, and it's just like, and he's just so uncomfortable, and he's trying to be so polite, but he doesn't
That's
understand
so
what's
funny.
going on, and nobody gave him a prep talk on like or a pep talk on how Japanese TV works. You know what I mean? Which is a dick move because Japanese TV is so different than American or like Western TV. So I poor guy. Yeah, if you ever want to have a laugh or have a cringe, watch those videos, the Daniel Radcliffe in Japan videos, because he's not like mean or like rude to the culture or anything. It's like the complete opposite where they just make him so uncomfortable that he like never wants to go back to Japan. It's just oh god. But Kanye speaks, all right? Kanye knows the
Yeah,
language.
Kanye. Yeah.
There was another artist who I saw who actually spoke surprisingly well. They did like a Japanese interview. I think it was Ariana Grande, who like there was a Japanese dude who was like interviewing her on red carpet or whatever, and she like answered back in Japanese, and it was like surprisingly decent.
Hmm.
Like really took aback the interviewer. Um,
It was Ariana Grande.
I think it was Ariana Grande. It was
Hmm.
a singer, but I thought it was Ariana
I
Grande.
think that would make sense because I think she was the one that got the tattoo in Japanese, but then it was
But
like
it doesn't mean
something.
anything.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was like something not like what she thought it was or whatever.
yeah. Um, that's why I don't ever get a tattoo in a different language. 'Cause
Yeah.
the tattoo artist is absolutely gonna make fun of you and put something that doesn't mean anything. Um, I could have
She
sworn,
got so upset when people like roasted her for that too.
yeah. Well, you get what you deserve, all right? And if you're gonna get a tattoo and you didn't like look into the meaning, she had complete and total access to somebody who she could ask that spoke Japanese. and could go, oh, you know what? That actually doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
You should change that. Uh, but I thought it was her who did like a surprisingly good interview, or like spoke surprisingly decently. Like it wasn't like conversationally fluent or anything, but it was just like one of those kind of you like to see celebrities, or just anybody in general, make the effort to to talk to the fans. That's why we're all learning um, uh, Russian, because of course we have a huge Russian audience, huge, massive Russian audience. Logan, tell them all about it.
Yes. Massive.
Thank you. Massive. Um, do we have any international people listening?
Yes.
Oh my God, that's not true.
Very small percent.
Okay, that's is it?
They're mostly from like Syria, right?
No, I actually can tell you if you really want to know.
I do.
I do. I'm curious.
I wanna
Shout out to our international fans.
Or yeah,
Not
one
as-
international fan.
Yeah, there's not as much as you would think.
Well,
I
I
didn't
would have
think
thought.
it was
I would
that
have thought
much.
zero. So.
Germany,
Germany.
and I know who it is too.
Okay.
Who is it?
It is my family friend that lives in Germany.
Well, shout out that family friend.
Yeah. Shout out to Germany. Logan and I both have German descent. Am I right in saying that, Logan? I thought you did too.
No, I do. I have a lot.
Okay.
Actually,
gonna say.
there's 2 different spots, so that's crazy.
2 different spots in Germany?
Yeah, it tells me geographical locations.
What? I thought Germany only had 1 spot. You
Like,
telling me
I
there's
get-
2? There's more than 1?
Like we have viewers from Washington, Oregon, Ohio, Virginia, Texas,
Ohio.
California,
Ohio.
Tennessee, Minnesota,
Ooh. the
New
soda.
Jersey, and Arkansas.
New Jersey? We
New
got New
Jersey.
Jersey in here? The Meteorology podcast is going all over.
Apparently we have no viewers on Mercury, Venus, Mars, or Jupiter,
Well, we got to
Damn.
fix
but
that.
maybe one on Pluto.
Okay, well, those people in Pluto,
Dude, that's
They
funny. I
really-
didn't know that
they
they would
really
actually
don't.
like give you an. That's
they
funny.
give you
like a planetary one.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's funny.
Damn. Shout out to all the different states. Shout out to the many different states who are listening to this. They're probably upset because if we have anybody from the deep south, I've said many terrible things about.
Well, we have 33%
I don't know. I
from
feel like a
Washington,
lot of people there hate it too. So
20% from Oregon, 20% from Ohio, and 11%
20% from Ohio?
and 11% from Virginia. The rest are like 5 or below.
Can I just say, I think I deserve the credit for the 20% people from Ohio because I have talked in great length about the NFL and I have talked in great length about my enjoyment of Cleveland and Cincinnati and their NFL franchises. So, Ohio people, you're welcome. Don't know what else there is in Ohio, but I do know the Cleveland Browns are in Ohio, and the Cincinnati Bungles. But
Bungles.
good shout out to the Bungles, dude. They'll find a way to bungle it up. Poor Joey, Joey B, man.
Joey Wheeler? Is his
Joey
heart in the
Wheeler.
cards?
No, now we're talking New Jersey. Joey Wheeler. That's something interesting. Is I don't know why I wouldn't have thought about it, but like a few years ago when I was hanging out with like the Japanese exchange students, we were talking about like growing up watching like Pokemon or like Yu-Gi-Oh or whatever. And almost like every name of the characters and stuff were completely different. And I don't know why that wouldn't have occurred to me. I just expected like the name to be, like a foreign borrowed name, and that it wasn't. It was like they have like proper Japanese names, and same with like all of the Pokemon themselves. I mean, not all of them, but
some of them
a
is
lot.
pretty similar, but yeah.
Yeah, but a lot of them, like obviously you're gonna get like Pikachu. That's not different, but or
But
like
what I always
Rayquaza.
remember, I have no idea why, is Braviary, you know, the eagle Pokemon.
Huh?
Bravery?
Does it sound like Andrew's
Yeah.
fading away?
Is
It
it
does sound like
Bravery?
he's fading away.
Oh,
Andrew,
Andrew, are
really?
you okay?
don't go to the light, Andrew. Stay
Andrew,
with us.
don't go to the light.
I'm just talking normally.
Well, now you're fine.
Oh, that's weird. Well, anyway, uh, the Japanese name for it is Wargle,
Who?
and I liked that. That's why I remembered it.
War Girl. Yeah.
Turgle.
I think it's just more of. You guys remember Four Kids? Four Kids TV.
Yeah.
Andrew, do you remember?
Only you, Sean. I'm kidding.
Yeah,
I do. I do remember.
only me. But Four Kids was like notorious for their dubbing and like changing everything. Um, and as a kid, you just don't realize that. You just don't realize that. You don't know what they've taken from you. Um,
Well, that's what apparently happened with the Squid Games.
oh, the dub. I've heard the
Yeah.
dub is bad for Squid Game. Like,
that
I've
they're,
heard it.
like they changed a lot of the words and everything,
Yeah,
and they also just like the lineup of like audio to visual is really bad too.
yeah. Which is, I mean, dubbing is always way harder, if not downright impossible, for like live action stuff, just because mouth movements are so much more complex than like an animated, flapping of the lips. I don't know what to call it, but you know how like something animated has like three animation to it, and so you can
Yeah.
match it a lot better. But um, yeah, so I mean, it was a hard task to begin with, but it goes back to the point of just watch it with subtitles, man. Just watch
That's
it.
what I did.
These people can't read. You
I
people
can't
can't read. You don't want to watch a movie with subtitles. You can't even read, dude.
Well, okay, hold up. I went to the movies on Monday, right?
Uh huh.
And I came up with a great idea, right? What if they gave you like glasses? So you know how like you have like 3D glasses, right?
Yeah.
And you can see the movie in 3D. Well, why don't they just make glasses that are like subtitle based? Like you put them on and it shows the subtitles on screen. And then if you don't wear the glasses, there are no subtitles. So people can watch with subtitles in the movie and they don't have to have a whole separate movie for it.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I think you and I are, and I think Andrew, you too are on
I used
the
to
boat
hate
of.
it, but now
I
I love it.
Yeah, I'm a subtitle dude. I like to put it on just about anything, unless it's like a movie I know is gonna be mostly like visual based and like story doesn't. It's not as. His story is secondary. You know what I mean? I don't need it as much,
Yeah,
but
but you know, on porn, you definitely need the subtitles.
I gotta follow the story, dude. I want to know
Yeah.
how did she get stuck in the laundry machine? There's some lore here that I don't know. I also like subtitles because for whatever reason, a lot of movies recently or like TV shows, uh, you can't ever hear what they're saying. Like
Bro,
the
or
dialogue
like
is
on
so
like
quiet.
Netflix, it's like quiet, 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 action scene, and you're just like blaring
Yeah.
your effing speakers. I'm like, what
Remember
the fuck?
when we watched Mortal Kombat at Kyle's?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like we gave Kyle a lot of crap for that, but it wasn't his fault. It was the movie had the dialogue track so quiet, and then they just destroyed the bass with the action scenes. That it was just, what are you doing? What are you doing, audio guy?
Yeah, what are you doing, audio guy?
Doing just
Give
put
it the
subtitles.
program.
Just put subtitles so I can understand what's going on. I gotta know. I gotta figure this out.
I
You'll
like
never
I like doing
understand.
subtitles just because I feel like my hearing is not the best. So if I miss
you deaf?
something, yeah, a little bit.
Wait, what?
No, not really, but I'm more dumb than I am deaf. So yeah, if I mishear something,
Yeah.
it's just easy. Also, um, I know a lot of people refuse to watch things in other languages because they have to read the subtitles and they'd rather watch the dub or whatever, even though 99% of the time the dub is worse. I I prefer the subtitles just because well, not only like I said is it better, but I feel like when I watch something with subtitles and it's in another language, it actually makes me focus on it a lot more. Like I don't
Yeah.
find myself, you know, looking at my phone or
Yeah.
something, and I'm like actually paying attention to what I'm watching.
Yeah, I agree. There's like, I noticed there's times where if I'm not like invested in a movie and there's no subtitles, I'm just like doing other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm just sitting around like looking at other things, and um, I also think too that I I I think I disagree with the 99% of dubs are worse. I think it's 90%
I
of
was gonna say 90, but then I wanted to be a little bit more inflammatory, you know.
Yeah, there are some dubs out there that are just like, whoa, how is this not like the one? You know, not no discredit to the original language, but like a great example is Cowboy Bebop, which dub is so good that the director of Cowboy Bebop was like, yeah, that's probably the best version. Because he liked it so much. Like he didn't. It's not like the sub is bad, but the dub is just so much better that it's like you gotta watch it in the dub, man. Come on. And so there are shows like that, or there's shows that or movies that have like on par, you know, dub sub, where it's you could go either or, um, just because they both sound good. But something that I think why it's like 90% of dubs suck is just because dubs don't really do a good job necessarily in capturing like the performance that was given by the other. You have to like give a brand new performance, you know, and then the
Yeah.
character sometimes can change. I mean, some voice actors are so good where they can match the tone and inflection and the character and all that, but that's so hard. And so you get a lot of dubs that like the characters are kind of different, or you know, or a lot more like plain than compared to the I don't know,
The word is you're
Yeah,
looking for is vanilla.
I
vanilla.
was thinking of uh the movie Grave of the Fireflies.
Yeah,
Um, because when I watched it with a bunch of people, we watched it in the English dub,
yeah,
and then I watched it again with like the original Japanese.
yeah,
It's so much better with the original Japanese. Like the characters just like or the voice actors, they sound so flat in the English dub.
yeah.
By comparison, it's not bad. Like it was still, I thought it was still a great movie. Um, but the characters just felt so flat in comparison. Like I could even tell it just sounded like they were just talking with like hardly any emotion, even in scenes that were supposed to be clearly very emotional.
Yeah. And
Um,
I think the hard part about that is that um, that dub for Grave of the Fireflies was one of the only Studio Ghibli movie dubs that didn't have like AAA actors in it. You know what I
oh,
mean?
really?
Yeah, and so it's like one of the only ones because like all of the rest of the Studio Ghibli dubs are have like the most star-studded cast you can possibly imagine, and it
I
shows
didn't
because
know
like
that.
the dubs are really awesome. Like I was just thinking of Howl's Moving Castle, and like Howl, the main guy, is voiced by Christian Bale, Academy
Oh shit!
Award-winning actor, and like I could pull up like a list of like actors that have been in Studio Ghibli movies, and it's nuts. It is so many. Um, and so I think they did a good job, like kind of understanding. Wait a minute, we gotta if we're gonna sell this and make these movies just as good for the English audience, we gotta like we gotta fix that. We gotta fix that stuff. So I would recommend honestly watching some of the other Studio Ghibli movies in the English dub. Um, I don't know if you have or not, because I don't know how many Studio Ghiblis have you watched, Andrew.
Just that one.
Okay, so yeah, I'd honestly recommend some of the other ones to watch. Um, also, that's the by far the saddest and like most depressing. No other Studio Ghibli movie comes close to being that like sad and depressing. The only thing I could think of is the end of Tale of Princess Kaguya has a very like just morose, like kind of depressing ending, but it doesn't even come close to to Grave of the Fireflies. So what a weird introduction to Ghibli for you.
Yeah, it was a very sad movie.
Yeah, it's sad and it's very brutal. Like it's to watch. It's just like, good lord.
Yeah.
Um, I'll just hold on. Let me see if I can find like a list of some of these actors, like Christian Bale, Gene Simmons, Lauren Bacall, Billy Crystal, Josh Hutcherson, John Ratzenberger, Michael Chiklis, Patrick Stewart, Shia LaBeouf, Uma Thurman, Edward James Olmos, Mark Hamill. Like, like it just goes on, dude. I'm trying to find like some of the bigger names that you guys would know. Daisy Ridley, Michael Keaton, like James Belushi was in there, and that's just like some of the movies. You know what I mean? That's not even like all of them. Nuts. Has a very, very, very good voice cast.
Yeah.
Like even Tale of Princess Kaguya has the actress who I can't ever know how to pronounce her name, Chloe Grace
Moritz.
Moretz. Thank you. I don't know why I said Tez, just because of swapping the T and the E. She voices Kaguya. She's super good in it. James Caan, who maybe that makes me old. I don't know if you guys know James Caan. You know James
No.
Caan? You know in Elf, the dad?
Oh, that guy.
Yeah, he's been in a ton of other stuff though. Like but like Lucy Liu's in it. So there's just a bunch of very top, not to say that like, you know, a lot of like the dub actors outside of that are bad by any means, but when you get that kind of talent, like the Academy Award winning huge feature film starring cast. Oh, oh God, I can't think of his name. Who's in Liam Neeson? Liam Neeson is in Ponyo, which Ponyo is not. Ponyo is one of the weaker Ghibli movies, in my opinion. It's still fun, but it's like very, I don't know. Ghibli movies are a lot like Legos, where they're for like, you know, any age. But Ponyo is like those really big, thick Legos that are like made for kids, you know?
Oh, starts with a B, doesn't it?
Big Legos.
Oh, dude, what are they called?
Big blocks.
Might be. I feel like we've talked about this before.
No way we have.
I know we have.
I don't know. I don't know what big Legos are supposed to be called.
I'll figure it out.
But you get my analogy, right? You get my analogy. So
They are called
Mega Block.
Mega Blocks, yes.
But those are also small. Those are just like off-brand Legos. I'm talking about like those big, like squishy Legos that like you can give to a baby because they're not gonna swallow. You know what I mean?
I think I'd still swallow it.
Yeah, it's a big Lego.
There's Creo, there's Mega Construct, which there's a Gyarados, so Banboa, Kobe, Slubian, Laser Pegs, Mega Blocks, without the K, without a C. I think that's what you were talking about was the Mega Blocks. It's BLOKS.
Yeah, but you get my analogy. You get my analogy.
I do get your analogy, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Fortunately.
But yeah, so I'd recommend.
Amazon.
I wouldn't shy away from the dubs, Andrew, because they're honestly
Mega Blocks.
like I think the best. Well, they're also like some of the best movies out of them, but I think the best ones for me are Spirited Away has a great dub. Honestly, I think Spirited Away's dub. No discredit to the original cast, but I think Spirited Away's dub is better than the sub. Howl's Moving Castle is great because Christian Bale seems like a huge dickhead in real life, but he's a very, very talented actor. And so he's like awesome in it. And same with the rest of the cast too. They're all really good. And then Tale of Princess Kaguya is another one where I'd recommend the dub as well. But there's so many movies there, Andrew. You gotta hurry and watch them.
I don't know where I can watch them all.
That's the thing too. They used to be way back in like 2010, maybe 2008. They were on Netflix, but they were or distributed in the U.S. by Disney, and so
Yeah.
you'd think that they'd be on Disney Plus, but
But
they're
they're not.
not. So, or maybe they are. Logan, are they
I
on?
watched Grave of the Fireflies on YouTube, so I checked to see if other Studio Ghibli movies were on YouTube, but that's the only one I could find.
Oh, really?
I don't know, Sean. They might be. It might be something they come out later with. I don't know.
Or maybe Disney and Ghibli just like hate each other because Studio Ghibli has notoriously been hard to work with, but for the right reasons. Like they don't like companies or like distributors taking advantage of their material.
Fair enough, honestly.
Yeah, so it's like they're notoriously difficult to work with, but they do it for the right reasons. They're not just like demanding of more money or whatever. They're honestly doing the opposite. They like don't want their property to be, synonymous with like greedy, cheaply made merchandise or any of that kind of stuff. But
Yeah, they hold themselves to a certain standard, it seems.
yeah, but it does kind of suck that there's like no good place to watch it. I'd also there are movies though that I've just shared my case for why you should give some dubs a try. But there are some movies that if you if you watch it as a dub, then what is wrong with you? You know what I mean? Like there's some that the original performances are just so good that like what are you doing? Like what's the movie I really like? Ikiru, the Kurosawa movie, where it has such a incredible lead performance. It might be the best lead performance I've ever seen in a movie. Like I don't think that's an exaggeration. I think it's probably the best like lead acting like performance I've ever seen. And if you watch that dub, what is wrong with you, dude? Get out of here. Although nobody's gonna know Ikiru, unfortunately. Nobody who listens to this podcast. Because I'm a hipster boomer. I've seen a movie that was made before 1960. Can you believe that?
You are a boomer.
I know. Movies for most people they don't even think movies existed before 1960. So
They didn't.
it's like,
I
yeah,
can
it's true.
confirm they did
They
not.
shouldn't have,
Yeah, yeah,
because they're all bad.
yeah. Well, I don't, like I'm sure many people can agree with us. Any movie that's in black and white, instantly bad, even though the movie's great, but it's in black and white, so sorry, but
Unwatchable, really.
yeah, black and
It's
white
not in
and
4K.
it's black and white and I have subtitles. Oh my
Oof.
God, that's a oh, that's I've met people. I'm sure you two have as well who like have that like stigma about movies where they won't watch anything that's in black and white and they won't watch anything that has subtitles.
I haven't seen the black and white one as much. Maybe a little bit, but definitely the subtitle one.
Yeah, I had an ex-girlfriend who like refused to watch any movie that was in black and white. I was so confused why, but it's her favorite band was the Chainsmokers, so that'll explain a lot
Mm.
of whatever is new and current and vapid. Let's get that going. Which I'm sorry, but if you Chainsmokers, very bad band. Andrew, your thoughts?
Probably the best band I've ever heard.
Yeah,
Nothing quite comes close to the masterpiece of the song #Selfie.
yeah, that's one of the better songs. Honestly, in all actuality, that's probably, in my opinion, their best song. Just because it's stupid and like goofy, you know, and it doesn't like take itself super seriously. But all their other songs are so like slimy.
They
You know
were
what I mean?
rinse
They're
and
like all
repeat. They were all the same beat.
yeah, and they all it's all about oh I'm being finding love in Paris. Oh, and it's just like yeah, it's just slimy and gross.
Just like Sean in the morning.
Hey, I'm also sticky too. Uh, damn. That was the tangent. That was the rabbit hole. I'm sorry.
Being sticky.
I took it down the yeah,
Sticky hole.
you brought up dubbing, so we had to go down this rabbit hole. But it is it is frustrating when you're not even gonna give a movie a chance. You haven't even watched the thing. You're not even gonna give it a chance because it's in black and white, or you have to like use subtitles.
Yeah, exactly.
Like Squid
That's
Game's like the most popular show in like the last year, and
Yeah, that's why I don't think it's really a problem as much as it used to be.
well
I think people are opening up more to it.
the question I have though is how many people watched the dub of it? Which is not to say watching the dub is like a bad thing or anything, but I'm curious how many people only watched it because there was a dub. Like if there was only a subtitle, I highly doubt the show would be nearly as popular as it was. Because there is that stigma of like I don't want to watch anything like foreign. There's people who just don't. They don't want to watch something that is in a different language or has like a different worldview essentially, which is
Yeah.
is changing. I agree. It is changing with time, but man, yeah, it is it is weird to see how, especially stuff uh, like Korean film and well, like Japanese stuff, like anime and Japanese film and things, but even like in the early 2010s, so not that long ago, 10 years ago, it was still seen as like that weird culty, like I don't know, kind of, and I mean, it still is. It's not like the most popular thing in the world, but it has broken into the mainstream like so quickly that I, uh, I'm, I'm glad, but I'm also like, what took it so long, you know? Because it's not like the quality has changed. There's still some bad stuff, but the quality of Korean film and TV and Japanese film and TV, or just foreign film and TV, has been so high for so long that it's don't understand what took it so long, but whatever. I digress.
I digest.
Is that it? Is it silence after I digressed?
No, I said I digest.
Yeah, so he's digesting his food.
Ah,
Yeah, because someone said, "Oh, wait 15 minutes until we do the podcast."
Yeah.
So I went and ate breakfast, and
you
now I'm
also,
digesting it.
you also forgot.
Yeah, but it
Yeah,
didn't
you
say
both
wait
forgot.
15 minutes. I
He
did
goes,
forget to.
"Oh,
I did. He did go. Oh, um, damn. All right.
get
I
called
see.
out." Yeah,
I
you should.
I'm I don't. I was trying to think of. There was like a piece of gaming news that I had seen that I don't remember anymore.
Sora's out.
That's we've been there. We've done. Um, yeah, no Kissing Booth 4 info at all.
Yeah, that's for next week.
Yeah, that's a shame. It's a shame. Um, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I was
Um,
fair about that. That's unfortunate because there was
they
it was
there's a new Animal Crossing update.
still they're still updating that.
Uh-huh.
Damn, is it like one new costume and a high five?
No, apparently it's like a big update.
Oh, I was gonna say that game, from what I've heard, has been kind of devoid of content for a while.
Yeah, they're they dropped their, I think they call it 2.0 or whatever. But I don't know. I don't have that game, so I don't really care.
Damn.
Damn, indeed.
I've owned that game as long as I've had my Switch, and I've just like not played it at all. It seems like a good time sink game. It seems a lot like Stardew Valley or and any other game that's like that. But I don't know. I mean, it's probably me just being stupid, or probably more so me just not being interested. But I
Maybe
could
a
never
little
figure
both.
out how to like build anything, or like I could gather as many materials as they wanted, but I just could never figure out how to build.
You have to talk to the right people.
Yeah, and I tried talking to a bunch of people, and Kyle's probably gonna be mad at me because he apparently the baboon is like one of the rarest dudes that you can get, and I got him as one of my two like introduction guys. Um, and so a lot of people would kill, all right, kill to have a baboon on their island, all right. I just have
Yeah.
to lord that
Well,
fact
did
over.
you kill somebody for that baboon?
No, I was born into the baboon power.
You are a baboon.
Yeah, yeah. We knew that. We knew that coming in. Yeah. There's two games that I don't know. I guess I don't play the Switch very much, like at all. I
Fair.
definitely, because like Wyatt sold it to me for super cheap. I mean, like ridiculously cheap. I, uh, I don't know. Like he said he didn't play it very much either though. And so I was like, I'll, play it a little bit because there's some games that interest me, and I just never did. I mean, I played it occasionally, and I played Pokemon on it a lot.
Now, see, if only you ever played Super Mario Odyssey, the greatest game of all time.
I genuinely would like to play that, but I'm not gonna pay that amount of money
I don't.
to play it. Because as fun as it is to trash on the Mario games, I've never once said outside of being in jest that they are bad. I actually,
You just
Super
said it
Mario,
right now, buddy.
damn,
Thought of.
Got him. Yeah.
damn, I can't believe I've been done like that. Well, what I have said is that they're clearly not as good as the Madden or FIFA franchises, but
Especially Madden 22.
yes, Madden 22, the greatest video game of all time. I would like to play Super Mario Odyssey though, because for the most part, I did enjoy Super Mario 64. If not only for its kind of like vibe, it's Nintendo 64 era like graphics and stuff. You know what I mean? It's got a
Well,
good, it's
Sean, if you
got a good
are
vibe.
going away to Japan soon, I
Andrew, come
What?
back, come back to the light, Andrew.
you can't hear me.
Well, you
No,
just
you
faded
got
again.
him.
Why does that keep happening?
I don't know.
I haven't had Discord problems in a while.
Oh, you come back. Yeah, at least you come back.
Anyway, I was saying if you weren't going to Japan soon, I would lend you my copy of.
You're not gonna lend it to me, and then I'll just take it with me.
Yeah, I don't trust you
What?
to take it to Japan.
What? I'd give it back to you when I come back.
Yeah, but who knows when you're coming back?
I would not yoink your copy.
I know you wouldn't.
But I mean, I enjoyed 64. I really did not like Sunshine very much. I thought it was really boring. Like, so at least 64 has like its kind of cool atmosphere. The castle is super cool and all the secrets and stuff. And I know that Sunshine has like the same kind of thing. It has like a lot of little secrets, and probably didn't give it enough time. But it was like blah. And then
Blah.
I never played the Galaxy games, so I don't know.
Galaxy's pretty fun.
Galaxy has a banging soundtrack though.
Oh, for sure, dude.
I'll give him that. Um, and then I never played Odyssey. So really, my Mario opinion is just kind of based on the 2D platforming Mario's and the like 64 and Sunshine, which is why I say it's solid because I liked 64. I didn't really like Sunshine, and I think the 2D games are usually pretty all right. So it's like right in that middle tier. I've not been wowed yet. I've not been wowed yet.
But have you been wooed?
No, but I Mario as a dinosaur might do that for me. You know,
That's fair.
I've seen the clip. I've seen the clip where he throws his hat onto a dinosaur. I've seen the clip.
I'd hope so. It's
Um,
like the very beginning of the game.
Yes, I didn't. I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know. Did Princess Peach get captured again?
Uh, yes.
That's the plot of every game.
It's always the same. The story is always the same. I only play Mario games for the storyline, so story is always the
Yeah,
same.
the best part is when Mario and Peach bang at the end, you know.
Yeah. Um, wasn't Galaxy Rosalina? Princess.
That's not who he saves though. Rosalina isn't like in danger. Rosalina just helps him.
Yeah, I see. I don't like the Mario games because I don't support the damsel in distress trope. Sorry. Welcome to my Kotaku article. All right. I guess it'd be more inclined, or it'd be better as a BuzzFeed article. Sorry. We don't support Mario games because of that. Also, click on this link and to find out what kind of bread you are. Are you going to answer my questionnaire? What kind of bread are you, Andrew?
Yakisoba pan.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Can we get this guy out of here?
Somebody get me out of this crazy situation.
Yeah, I was going to say something more to do with the Nintendo Switch, but I don't remember. But I need to play Breath of the Wild and actually finish it.
Yeah, dude.
I haven't done
That
that.
game's a masterpiece.
Masterpiece.
It's very pretty. I have to say that. I know. I heard somewhere somebody said like, I know graphically it's not the best game. It's like, what are you talking about? It's like it's gorgeous. It's one of the better looking games I've ever played. But
I think too that given that it's cell shaded, it'll probably age better than
be better. Yeah.
a lot of other games.
But I guess I got kind of like there was like too much to do all at once where I had to go like you can go any direction and fight any beast, and then I just didn't do any of that because
It's very open,
I needed like more like narrative
Guidance.
drive to like
more structure.
to like go and do something. I just was like meandering for half of my gameplay.
See, I like that. I love games that let you just do whatever the hell you want to do.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
it
like
is
there's
nice.
literally no consequence for not doing anything.
Yeah, and that's what I don't like. Weirdly enough, is I want more push to like finish the game actually, because when it's just nothing, I just kind of like walked around and saw the sights and then
Yeah, but it
that was
rewards
it.
you
I
for
got
even
bored.
doing that too. Like it doesn't reward you
What?
like as much as doing like the divine beast, but like if you do like walk around and just do shrines, it still rewards you.
Yeah, but it's the shrines are like not really that important.
But they are.
I mean, I
They're
guess.
so
But
important. It's a fast travel spot plus you can like get extra heart containers and crap.
yeah, but it's just essentially like Assassin's Creed like towers,
No,
and those are
that's the
boring too.
that's not the shrine, Sean.
I know the blue things that are fast
Yeah, that's
travel.
the tower for the yeah, that's the Assassin's Creed thing. Like, yeah, those are helpful just so you can see the map. But I'm talking about the actual shrines where you do like the mini, like challenges and stuff.
Yeah. Also, I have to. As I'm remembering when I was playing it, I have to disagree with the fact that you can just go anywhere. I know there are places that you can't go, because I went to like not a snowy place. I went to. I don't know how to
The
describe
desert.
it. It was like this long. I did go to the desert. That was the first place I went to.
Yeah, I
Uh,
remember you talking about that.
but eventually, I went to like there was this super long bridge, and then I got to the end. Like it wasn't like a big bridge up on like a cliff or anything. It was like a bridge at the bottom of like a canyon, and I just like went. And at the end of it, there was like this big monster, and he like one shot me from across the map. And I was
That's
like,
because
all
you
right,
suck.
so I'm not gonna do that. Uh, I can't go
That's because you're
there.
bad.
I just wish there was like, I don't know, something as simple as like a waypoint with how you know how GTA when you place a marker on a waypoint, it like gives you a line on how to get there.
Yeah.
Something as simple as that. I got so lost in that game so much. Whereas like I don't know how to get here. What am I doing? Is
You
this
do
the right
realize
way?
that there are no phones or anything in that game, right?
Well, I know, but they could at least put something. It's the elf magic that Zelda gave to Link, and it makes the game better because it makes it
Sean,
easier to play.
you're just complaining.
I'm complaining for a legitimate reason.
No, I never had a single problem trying to find
I
something.
never had a problem. So that doesn't mean that means nobody else had a problem. If I
Yeah,
didn't
you're
have.
just bad at Legend of Zelda.
Um, I wish it was a little more. I don't know. I wish the pacing was a little, just in general. I don't know about story pacing. I have no idea. I know a lot of people say that the story like doesn't really matter. It's more about
It
like
really doesn't.
the experience, and that's cool. There was a big fish lady in a clamshell who
It was a
like
flower,
yelled at
but
me and then didn't give me anything.
it
So
was
I
a
was like, all right.
fairy, but you have to give it money, so yeah.
Um, there was some like really cool. There was that like kind of Japanese style village that you get to eventually, where you have
Well,
to.
there's a lot of villages, so
I know, but there's like that one in the center of like the map in like the
Is
middle
it
of the
the
mountains.
Kakariko village?
I don't know. I don't know. It's the one where you go and you talk to the old lady and she gives you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um, and then there's like the little thing with the lighthouse, that village, like we have to. The issue with that though is that it takes so long to get up there, like go back and forth from the village to the lighthouse. That it's just like, God, just give me all of uh, the quests or whatever, so that I need to turn in like right away, so that I don't have to keep going back and forth to this stupid lighthouse. Ugh. I don't know. I don't think it's wrong to point out flaws in what is otherwise a very enjoyable game. Very pretty, has a lot of cool, interesting, intricate mechanics, but uh, I also want it to be engaging. Like, you know what I mean? Like Tetris is a great game with a lot of great, interesting mechanics and intricate things that you can do in it, even though it's so simple. But I'm not going to play that for 40 hours. You know, I get bored.
I think I think that's a bit of an unfair comparison
Yeah, it
with
is.
Tetris and Legend of Zelda.
It's true. But like another game that I guess I could try to compare it to is like Minecraft, for example, which is a game with very. Minecraft has no story, but it has just you get plopped down and you just go. You know what I mean? But the difference with that is that it's so much more of a creative outlet. Like it's because it's another reason why it's not really a fair comparison is because Zelda's all about exploring, and Minecraft is all about exploring and then like building and resource and time management and stuff. So there's like that extra mechanic to it. But I don't know, and I also I want to make sure that the listening audience knows when I criticize a video game, I think the common perception is that if I criticize something, I just hate it. It's like
this is true.
that's
This
not
is very
true.
true. Yeah, it is.
Don't tell him. Don't tell him that.
Well, I'm telling them everything.
But like, damn, I have criticisms for like Metro 2033 and Last Light and stuff. I love those games. Those to me are like as close to like a perfect game as you can get. But I still have plenty of criticisms for it.
Well, yeah, I think that's important to like still be critical of things that you love, you know.
Yeah,
Um,
Logan, giving me garbage for this, huh?
Yeah, no, you're a little bitch, Sean.
Oh, I I don't know. It's a game though that I do need to go back and beat. And from what Logan you told me is that I did like
You
I
did
did
the
it all.
worst thing
Yeah, like the
ever.
worst route for it and stuff.
Because
But that's
literally, the game is kind of tough at the beginning, and you went to the spot that gives you like the worst power up. Like
yeah.
everybody does it last.
Yes, but see, the game then needs to tell me that. Like there
It
needs to
kind
be
of
some.
does. It says, "Wow, look at that mountain peak. Maybe I should go that direction."
Are you
And
kidding
then you
me?
go that direction, and they go, "Wow, why is it raining?" And then somebody's like, "Hey, you, can you help me?" And then next thing you know, you're in the village of the fish people.
No idea what you're on about.
You know exactly what I'm talking about.
No, but genuinely, I was like, okay, the mountain or whatever you're talking about. That's where Bowser is. Um, oh,
Bowser
it's not
is in the
Bowser. It's
castle.
Ganondorf. that's where that's where the Dwarf Meister is. So I was like, I'm not gonna go to the mountain because obviously you have to do all the other stuff before you go and beat the final
He-
boss.
He's in the castle. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but the castle is like by the mountain.
No.
There's like a big mountain, and then there's like the castle
There's the
there.
two mountains, and it's like,
Ah,
wow, there's a path right there. And it literally gives you a viewpoint, and they're like, maybe we should go that way.
it just the viewpoint it just gives you is you go to the first tower, the first Assassin's Creed tower, and then it just shows you can go any direction you want. And so I went to the snowy part first
Mistakes.
because I was like, all right, maybe this would be good. And then I realized that there's like the cold and warm meter, which I don't like either. I don't think that's a very good mechanic for
I
a
think
very
you do
large
like it.
open world. I don't think it's bad. I do think it gives you some urgency to get through like areas better, but I
You
I
can
don't know.
literally just do what Logan did and just get a bunch of money from selling random monster parts. And then literally just buy all the outfits.
Yeah. Um but so I went to the snowy place and then I went to the desert. I guess I didn't. I went to the story village stuff first, and
Oh
like
yeah, because
tried to get the story stuff. And then it was like you have to defeat the four beasts, and I was like, all right, which one should I go to? And so I went to the desert one because I was really bored of snow and just like forest stuff. So what I also found surprising was why, and this is maybe a Japan thing, but why does Link need to dress like a woman to go across the
yeah, that was
desert?
a little weird.
I get it's like the Amazon village, or Amazonian esque village of like only women, that like stereotype, but like what why? Also, to figure out how to do that was a nightmare. If I hadn't looked up a guide on how to get that outfit so that I could like actually get across the desert without dying, there's no way I would have figured out how to do
Well,
that.
did you do the Yiga clan? That's like the one thing I hate about the is that game is the Yiga clan.
Are those the people who like
Wear
look
the
like normal
mask.
people and then they take off the mask and they fight you randomly?
But then
Yeah.
yeah. So you have to sneak through their hideout.
Oh God, that's where I gave up. Yeah, that's literally
yeah,
where.
that is that took me way too long because the stealth mechanic part of it is just
Yeah,
not
that's
the best in the game, and they made a whole mission off of it, and it gave you no other option because like you
have
can
to
never be strong enough to beat that.
yeah. No, I that is quite literally where I gave up. Was you're in like that cave and you
Yeah.
have to like sneak around and there's like 13,000 rooms and they just spy you from.
In the rooms of bananas, yeah, and you have to like go
Yeah.
above and sneak around. Yeah,
Oh
That
yeah,
was pretty annoying.
it's a throwback to the original game though, or the Ocarina of Time at least.
sneaking through. Well, we can all agree though that the
Wait,
best of the game is Phantom Hourglass or Train Tracks. What's the
Spirit
other one?
Tracks.
Spirit Tracks.
You
Spirit
tried.
Tracks. Legend of Zelda, Train Track.
All right. Well, we're like way past time. So,
What?
Andrew, what's your recommendation?
Firefly.
True. Come back.
What?
You just disappear. You literally sound like somebody. It sounds like you're getting taken to heaven. Like you just your voice just slowly fades and you fall back. And
Oh, really?
yeah.
What
You're
the
back.
fuck?
You're back now, but I'm just
Okay. No, I'm gonna recommend Grave of the Fire.
Jesus
No way.
Christ.
What is going on, man?
As soon as you start your recommendation, you fade.
Fade.
You did it.
Dude,
You did it. Why you said fade? Hurry.
what the hell?
Fade. I'll interpret
Okay,
fade again.
Grave of the Fireflies.
Okay. Are you fading like the kids fade at the end?
No.
Oh. Okay. Logan, is it your turn?
Oh, I guess so. I went and watched the new James Bond movie, so if you want to go watch James Bond, I guess I'd recommend that. It's a long movie. It's I don't know. It's not like a typical one, but it's more typical than the last few. But it's like all story, so there's like a lot of story, which is probably why it's so long. But it's not a bad movie.
Is it as James Bond as the other? It's a 2 hour and 45
Yeah,
minute.
it's a long movie.
Holy crap, that's as long as the Blade Runner 2049.
Yeah, but yeah, I don't know. I'd recommend it. Go watch it if you have the time.
Oh my god. Yeah, if you have the time, if you might become old and gray by the time the movie's over.
Yeah, I definitely did.
Good lord. Good lord. Also has Ana de Armas in it though, who's in Blade Runner. That's a little fun fact. My recommendation, obviously, without a single doubt, is to watch the full interview of Kanye speaking Japanese. Um, One of the best interviews ever given. And I think we could all agree with that statement.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess my real recommendation, this is gonna sound weird, but I've been really like into watching like people playing crane games on YouTube. Like people who like are really good at it and they just get like the prize all the time.
Oh yeah.
So I don't know why, but I'll recommend that. It's like stupid vapid content, but isn't it kind of fun? Isn't it kind of fun to see a crane game get beaten? So that's what I recommend.
Okay.
Andrew, fade us away with
Fade us
your
away, Andrew.
speech.
Fade.